So, so I'm trying to say it was
do something. Do something with the popsicle. Do something.
750. Okay, so I meant to pull the dream out. Uh, the 12. Where is that? I forgot the book in the house. Hold on. Hold on. I'll probably just come back. No, never mind. Come here. Go in the house and get that other book. That other tablet like this one. It's pink and purple. It's pink and purple.
Why you not doing your video?
Cause I'm waiting on my book. Um, I'm waiting on my book so I can do the dream. So this is a dream, and God gave me the meaning of the dream. Um, I had the dream on the 12th of May. He just spoke to me about it on the 5th of June this month. Whew. It's about a church, and the name of the church is Second Ebenezer. Um, Second Ebenezer Church in Detroit, Michigan. Um, so I'm just waiting on him to bring me the book with the dream in it. Stop bouncing that ball around me. You didn't see me on the video. I just told you don't do that when we came out here, didn't I? Huh?
Yes.
Okay, don't do it. Thank you.
I'm going to for extra.
Okay.
I'm not going to be at this house.
All right, so I had the dream on the 12th of May. And the dream was like puzzling. You know how you want God to speak right then about the dream? Because it really puzzled me. So it was a simple dream, but I was just in a rush to get it to get what God was saying about the dream. Okay. So I was in the church. I was in Second Ebenezer, but it didn't look like Second Ebenezer. Okay, but it was. Um, First, I noticed in the dream, it was a lady that I know that go. They used to go to that church. They don't go no more, but they still under the ministry. Okay. Um, but he showed me her. Um, Someone I know real well went to the church. Like I said, they don't go no more, but they still under the ministry, some type of way. Okay. But he showed me her in the pulpit. Is she a pastor? I don't know. God ain't say she was or not. But she was in the pulpit. Okay. I looked, she was in the pool. She was in the pulpit. Um and what I noticed secondly was groups of people. Uh you know how benches be on each side of the church built, I mean like benches. So it was like groups, a group of people right here in the front of the um pews, whatever you want to call it, chairs, benches, whatever, yeah, benches. And it was four groups, okay, two here and two back there, okay, four groups. They were big groups, okay, they were groups of people, okay, but they were grouped off, okay. And I noticed that in the church, this one group had got up and walked around, um, and I was sitting there like in the front. Okay, I wasn't a part of the groups. It's like I was just there. I was there, but I didn't see me there. Okay, because I'm just not realizing that. He just brought that back to me just now. So I was there, but I wasn't there. So I was observing what was going on. Okay. Um. So this one group had got up and walked around. Okay. I noticed the group had on green dresses. They all had on green dresses with a flare at the bottom of the dress. Okay. And as they was walking around, they walked past me. I heard one of the girls say Wanda. Okay. Wanda is, okay, a familiar name. Okay. Um, and the one that was in the pulpit, the lady that I know in the pulpit, had on a green dress as well. Okay, with the flare at the bottom, almost like, I wrote right here, almost like the green of the sorority group, aka the Alpha Kappa Alpha. You know, because they colors is green and pink. So it was almost those colors. Before God had gave me the meaning of this dream, this is what I wrote on the dream. Okay, on the 12th of May. So I said, the color of the dress almost looked like the colors of the groups Alpha Kappa Alpha. Okay, that's the color they look. So the lady that was in the pulpit that I know, okay, uh, she was speaking over this lady. As she was talking in the pulpit, she went and sat down on the stairs. I began to feel sad in the dream. I began to grieve in the dream. Okay, silently. So there were four groups of people in this church. Like I said, I sat in the front row, and now that I'm telling this dream, God just brought back. I wasn't even there, but I thought I was there, but I wasn't. I wasn't there, but I knew what was going on. Okay. Um. So this is what God spoke to me on the 5th of June. A couple days ago. So I heard the Lord say, my name be called in unpleasant. My name be called in unpleasant places. He said, they are calling me Wanda. He said they are familiar with me. It's the reason They call me Wanda. If you call me Wanda, they are familiar with Wanda. Okay, they are familiar with me if they call me Wanda, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, and Second Ebenezer, they know me as Wanda. Not too many people at Second Ebenezer call me Carmen. Okay, they Wanda. So this is why they say I'm Wanda, because I was in Second Ebenezer and they are familiar with Wanda, not Carmen. They know Carmen, but this is what the people at the church call me, Wanda, when I used to go there. So they all familiar with Wanda. They call me by a familiar name, Wanda. um, so these were the people. These were people that know me. But in the dream, it's like I didn't. I didn't know who the person was because I was looking, like trying to see who the person was. Like, but I didn't. I couldn't. I didn't recognize the person. Okay, but they knew me, Wanda. God said they are calling my name over an evil altar. Okay, these people at Second Ebenezer, I don't. He okay, so he didn't say. He just said call. I just heard him say calling my name over an evil altar. I know God. The other day, God told me to go on Google and look up an altar. So I'm like, what kind of altar, Lord? Um, So I went to look up altars, and I seen how an altar could be. I seen altars with people's pictures up there. Like these were evil altars. They have people's pictures. They have everything of everybody else's. Okay, up on these altars. Okay, so God gave me a dream of being at a sorority group. I was at the place where the sororities be. Okay, and I noticed they was signing names on a board. So when it was my turn to go up to the altar, I mean to sign a name, I noticed my name was signed on there numerous of times, but I didn't sign my name on there numerous of times, okay? But my name was on there a numerous of times, okay? So he just brought that to me to say too. Um, God said they called me by a familiar name. This means that the person who addressed me used a name they recognize or know well. They likely know me and are using a name they've used before or have heard others say or use, right? Being called by a familiar name indicates recognition and a level of comfort or established relationship. Okay, because I have family call me Wanda. Okay, people, I know just the people that call me Wanda. Okay, and people that I meet out here in the world, they don't call me Wanda. Okay, they don't know me as Wanda. So like God said, these are familiar people that called my name. And so now when he had gave me the meaning of the dream, it explained why I was called Wanda. Okay, so God said they are all familiar with me. This is why they said Wanda. So y'all know if God give me people's names and if God tell me to call their name, I have to call their name. But in this, he told me don't say the name. Okay? But it's a person that I know went to Second Ebenezer. They don't go there no more. They moved. They not in the city no more. Um, so I said she was in the pulpit, right? Her being in a pulpit, God said represented corruption. Okay? Why did it represent corruption? Because of who was in the pulpit, right? A pulpit is sacred. Anybody can get up in the pulpit, right? If you taint it, you are not to be in a pulpit, right? So that's why God said it represented corruption. It must be something about this person that where God had used her to say corruption. Okay. What is it about her that God used her and said it represented corruption? So she was in the pulpit. She went over and sat down. Okay, I'm just gonna take it step by step. Corruption in second Ebenezer. He said corruption in second Ebenezer. Her being in the pulpit is saying this is what brought about the corruption. The people that's in the pulpit is what brought about this corruption in the church. Okay? The different people that preach in the pulpit. You can't have false preachers up in the pulpit. You know people are false. You know people are haven't been called by God, but you allow these people to come in the church, get in the pulpit, and taint it. Corruption. Okay? So the different people preaching in the pulpit and don't have God wholeheartedly, he said. He said people are preaching in the pulpit and don't have him in their heart. They speak with their mouth, says God. He said, but he is not in these people's heart. Okay? Corruption. Right? Corruption. Corruption is in second Ebenezer. Okay? Her being in the pulpit is saying this is what brought about the corruption. He showed me someone that didn't even God make preachers, right? God make preachers. I'm gonna say that. He showed me her because he didn't make her. Okay? And when God don't make preachers, when they just want to take on a role or just feel because they know the Bible they could preach the word, but you're not preaching the gospel. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, you preaching prosperity. A lot of them preaching prosperity. Okay, a lot of them not even coming with the gospel. This is why the church is corrupt now. This is why the church have stains now, because the people are not preaching the gospel. Okay, you gotta preach them people about their sin. Okay, and if they don't like the message, they'll get up and leave. Right? So her being in the pulpit, and he allowed anyone in the pulpit. Who is he? The bishop, Bishop Van. Okay, Bishop Van, God said, is allowing anyone to get up in the pulpit and preach, and this is what brought about the corruption first in the church. Okay, he allowed anyone in the pulpit. Her sitting down on the stairs, because remember I said she sat down. She was in the pulpit praying over someone or speaking over someone, right? Praying over someone. But then they went and sat down I seen her go sat down on the stairs of the church, right? Her sitting down on the stairs in the pulpit represented laziness and no zeal for God, he said. No interest in him at all. Because if you praying over someone and you say, wait a minute, and go sit down, I mean, how does that look? How does that look? He said no zeal for him. No interest in him at all. Okay? These people get up in the pulpit and they preach. But God said they don't have no interest in him at all. They have no interest in being saved at all. A lot of them know they're not saved, but they get up in the pulpit and preach over the people, right? Do you know how that look in God's eyes when God have not sent you and you get over people and preach? God showed me people in the pulpit with devil horns, right? Representing Satan. God said they don't have no interest in him at all. Okay, hold on. Turning the page. So God said God said he sat down. Who sat down? The bishop. The bishop sat down. He basically sat down and allowed anything to go on in the church. God said he is nowhere in them. God said the one he showed me in the pulpit, he's nowhere in her. He's not even at her. In her. Okay? God said this is why people find it so comfortable to come against God's people, because he said they don't have him. Right? And instead of them testing the spirit, they rather come against God's people. Right? So there are four groups of people in second. It was four groups. He said there are four groups of people in second Ebenezer, says the Lord. And they are all demonic groups. Okay? No, he said they are all demonic. This is why you saw four groups, he said, of people in the church. Because there are four groups of people. Okay? Oh, I corrected it. All of them are not demonic. Okay? I didn't say that right. Excuse me, y'all. The first group that walked around in these green dresses with a flare around it. When God gave me this word right here, when he gave me the meaning of the dream that he had gave me, he led me to see something, and I seen the green dresses, the very green dresses that I seen in the dream. It was those dresses. Okay. So the first group that walked around in these green dresses with the flare at the bottom, like I seen on a video, God led me to see the same dresses that I saw in the dream. Okay? This group got up and walked around, and when they passed me, I heard the girl say, Wanda. God said the group was Alpha Kappa Alpha. Sorority group. A demonic group. Right? Alpha Kappa Alpha is a sorority group. Okay? God is getting ready to judge you, he said. He said to tell you all that. If you in a sorority group, God said, if you got family in a sorority group, God said, it's time to tell your people to denounce from these organizations, from these groups. Okay? Let me say this up. He says time for you to tell them to denounce. Okay? God is getting ready to judge those that are in these demonic groups. God said you will know that he is God when he come against you. I've been warning, and I know God, he sent warning. I'm not the only one God have sent to warn these people about these groups. Okay? I see it all over YouTube. People are warning these people to come out of these groups. Okay? God will put you in a place where I can't explain it. I really can't explain it. But yeah, I can't explain it. So in this dream, I was mourning, like not weeping, because I wasn't crying tears. You know how you mourn, right? So I was mourning. I felt so sad in the dream. It's like I felt so grieved, right? From being in this dream, I was so grieved. I was mourning because of the condition, God said, of the church. Okay? Yeah. He said you was mourning because you was seeing what condition the church was in. So in this dream, I was sad. I was mourning. I was grieved. I had this inward feeling, right? I was mourning inwardly over the condition of the church, the sin that they are in. It caused me to grieve, right? It's different when you there. It's a meaning when you in a dream, you know you there. And it's a meaning when you there, but you're not there. It's like your spirit just there, right? Looking at the people. I don't know how God do it, but He do it. Okay, He does it. Okay. Because I always wondered. I was there, but I didn't know. I didn't see me there. I've had numerous of dreams like that. Okay, excuse me. Here, get this. So I can't explain how God do it, okay? But I know He does it. He does it. How He does it, I don't know. I don't even want to try to figure it out, okay? Because when I try to figure out when I try to figure out God, I get confused, okay? That's because we serve a big God. He's not to be figured out, okay? So I get confused, okay, when I try to figure Him out. Okay, so I don't try to figure Him out. But I was there in the dream, okay? But I wasn't there. I knew I was there, but my physical body wasn't there. But God put me there to watch the condition of the church, of this church. Okay, Second Ebenezer. So I was watching the condition. I was seeing how the condition of this church. I was just uh there. The condition of the church. I seen a lady. I seen her go sit down on the stairs. Like, how are you doing anything over people? Then you go sit down. Okay. Um. Okay. So I was grieved. I had this inward feeling of sorrow. Like, you know how you feel sorry for something? And I mean, it was intense too. God gave it to me so intense, right? Because this is the condition of the church. It's corrupt, right? I was mourning inwardly over the condition of the church, the sin that they are in. The condition of this church been like this, God says, since Cadillac. Okay? I remember being in the church, Second Ebenezer, right? When I first went there, I went to the church on Cadillac, okay? I sung in the choir there, all of that good stuff, okay? And I wonder why when God started giving me dreams, don't do that, sir. I wonder why God was giving me these dreams about Him, right? And I wonder why God will always give me the church that I used to go to, okay? Second Ebenezer, like the church where I sung in the choir at, okay? I wonder why He always gave me that church, right? It was never the new church. Well, He gave me dreams of the new church, but not like he had with the church on Cadillac. Okay, so I was mourning inwardly over the condition of the church, the sin that they are in. The condition of this church been like this, God said, since Cadillac. Since I was a little girl singing in the choir, God said the corruption been there ever since. Okay. And to my knowing, He have had two churches after that. It was one, and then it was another. If He had another one, I don't have no knowing of that. I just know the three. Okay. God said, um, the condition of this church, He said, been like this since Cadillac. This is why God was always giving me that church of corruption. He was giving me dreams of it was explaining that the church was corrupted, like tainted. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that God was showing me in a dream with the church. Okay. Um, he said, but it have gotten worse. It's gotten worse over the years, God said. He said they have dipped and dabbed into more and more things, says God. He said they have got into more and more things that He was not pleased with, right? God said this church is so out of order. God said He will not relent on what He has already decreed. He said their sin is great, and everyone don't have a care God said they forgot all about him. They live their lives without him. He said they think they have me, but God said I am not with those people. Okay? So if you go to Second Ebenezer, just know God is not with you. Okay? If you not into anything in that church but go every Sunday, you might as well be a part of it because you go there. God said to leave. Okay? Because his wrath is about to come upon these people. Okay?
Oh, I can run my dogs right now and punch you.
So he said they think they have me, but God said I am not with these people. He is not with the people. God showed me him leaving that church in a dream. And then he showed me his hand was only in the church. Like his hand was about to move. Then he gave me another dream where his hand did move. It's like a big old hand was just sitting in the church. In this church, over here, the church stay in now. His hand was in it. He gave me a dream, his hand was in it. He gave me another dream, his hand was just moving. And when his hand was moving, people was dropping dead. Okay? They were just falling, dying. Okay? So, yeah.
Remember all of the challenges?
God said he is not there.
You were. And
okay? I was mourning. I was grieving in this dream silently. I wasn't showing my grief. You know how you grieve? It's like my spirit was grieving. I wasn't grieving openly where people can see it, right? Well, that explains it because I was there, but I wasn't there, okay? So, but I was grieving inwardly. So the 4 groups of people. This is what is going on in the church. This 4 groups of people God is getting ready to name. This is what I wrote. God is getting ready to name, okay? We just have anointing. This is what it is, okay? Like that's how beautiful the Holy Spirit is. You just know, okay? What these 4 groups of people are, okay? So when God speaks, I can't explain it. You just got to be filled with the Spirit of God, okay? So the 4 groups of people God is getting ready to name. That's what I wrote. God is getting ready to name these 4 groups of people. The first group, judgment is coming to these people in the church, okay? The word say start at my sanctuary, right? He's going to start at the sanctuary. And these are the people that if you are in these things when the wrath of God come upon these churches, his sanctuary, you're going to be caught in the midst of his wrath. Wherever you at, it's going to find you, okay? I don't care about you running to the woods. I don't care about you running into a mountain. It's going to find you. He says it's going to drop right in your lap. He's going to drop I'm on a video, boy. He's going to drop his wrath right in your lap. Okay? The first group, the group that walked past me, sorority groups. You have a church full of people in pink and green in a sorority group and more colors, okay? Sorority groups. But the one group that he specifically showed me was Alpha Kappa Alpha in Second Ebenezer. That was one of the groups. It was, excuse me, sir. It was 4 groups. The first group, those the people that walked past me, they called my name. Why? Because they familiar with me in that church, like as Wanda, right? So the first group is sorority groups. The second group that I saw, God said they were witches and warlocks and those that are in sorcery, witchcraft, okay? If you don't know about it, you might as well know about it. You're there, okay? The third group, God said the third group, those that are in adultery. Like God showed me all of this stuff in a dream. He showed me all of this, what I'm speaking of right now, okay? God don't have you speak something if he have not showed it to you, if he had not disclosed it to you yet. Understand that, okay? He said adultery. He showed me people leaving the church, going meeting up, people that are married, leaving the church, meeting up at gas station, lying to their spouse, saying they going to do this, but they going to meet up with women from the church. He showed me the bishop. God, why? I don't even have this on here, okay? Okay. Um. Okay, so the three groups. God showed me. God. Okay, so God showed me the third group. I'm gonna say what he just gave me to say, okay? Okay,
No.
adultery. The third group are those that are in adultery. Okay? Drunkards. People that drink, get drunk. Okay? Party goers, rivalries, wild parties. Right? God showed me in a dream the bishop going into a room with a cousin. God, I'm telling you. Oh, okay, so that's what he just gave me. But he showed me this. He showed me this in a dream. Okay? He just commanded me to speak it. I don't even have this on my paper, but I have to be obedient. I have to say what, if I don't say what he has given me, I won't be able to sleep tonight. Okay? So he showed me the bishop, Bishop Van, going into a room like an office with a cousin of mine. What they went into this office for, I don't know. Okay? But as I was sitting there on the bench, I don't know what I was sitting on the bench for, but everybody in Second Ebenezer was sitting there staring at me. Right? And I'm saying to myself, sitting there, why is everybody looking at me? Right? A cousin had came and sat next to me. He not telling me to say the name, because if he did, I would have to say the name too. Okay? So I'm sitting on the bench. A cousin came and sat next to me. And when she noticed it was me, she had like an attitude, like me, okay, and got up and moved. Then I noticed the Bishop Van, walked over towards us, and he like did his hand like that, okay, and she got up, and they went into an office. These motorcycles. Okay, so that's what he gave me. Okay, I don't have all my books to even bring that dream up when he gave me that dream. Okay, but God is in the God is exposing. You understand? And if he command me to speak your name, I'm gonna speak your name. It may be hard. It may be hard to speak the things that God have shown me or that he's commanded me to speak. Right? It may be hard, but I have to do it. I know I'm covered by God. Okay, because every time I do videos like this, I be attacked, but it's cool because I'm covered by God, right? Yeah, the weapons may form, but they will not prosper. They form, and we feel it. We feel them forming, but it don't accomplish what it's meant to accomplish. Okay. Okay. So he said adulteries, adulterer, those that are in adultery. So this must be going on up in Second Avenue. And you know what? I can say that because when I went there, my intentions wasn't right either. So I know he said, let every man be a liar and let God be true. He is telling the truth, because I used to go there as well. And I used to be something else too in that church. Okay. So I know God is not, and he showed me. Okay. And with these type of people, he is not pleased with these type of people. He got witches and warlocks in the church. If you don't know, they there. Okay? Those that are in sorcery. Those that are in witchcraft. Okay? Why do pastors have witches and warlocks in their congregation? Because they using them for reasons. They there for a reason. You're not there to be saved. What are you there for? Okay. So those that are in adultery, those that drink, and I know that for sure. I know that to be very true. Okay. Because I knew a lot of people that go there and still drink and party, curse, all of that. Have wild parties. Sorority groups have wild parties. Okay? I have people in the sorority group and they fail to come out. And I don't know. It's sad. All I could do is pray for them. That's all I could do. And you know it's something when you can't even voice a prayer for these people. I don't know if that's God keeping the prayer back. But I'm like, Lord, I can't even voice a prayer for them. God will hold your prayers back for a certain people. It's like, that's it. What I have decreed is what's about to happen. The only thing gonna save them right now, prayer ain't gonna do it. Repenting and them coming out of what I asked them to come out of. That's what's gonna save you. So God held that prayer in my mouth. I couldn't even open my mouth to even speak it. And so the fourth group of people, God said, are those seeking him, those that come to the church truly to seek him, to be saved. God said they will not find him there because he's not there. God said to give you all a warning. Those that are coming to Second Ebenezer and is truly seeking God. He said he's not there. He said you will not find him there. God said give you a warning. He said give you a warning for him. He said tell them to leave. Leave. Let me spell it. Leave Second Ebenezer. Why? Because the wrath of God is getting ready to come upon these people. Okay? Those that are truly seeking God, he do not want you to be caught up in his wrath. And he gonna get this video to who we need to get to. So it really don't matter. Okay? So he said he have been trying to warn you, and he said you know who you are. He said he have been trying to warn them. He said I have been trying to warn them. He said, but they have not heeded the warning. Right? God said they don't know it is me. Okay? Like they don't know. Just like I didn't know. Right? God used to warn me. God used to stop me from doing things. And I didn't even know it was God. Like God tried to stop me from moving into this house. And I... How? No, come on. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back.